Hey there, Sheryl here, mental toughness coach, published author, speaker. I apologize, excuse me, if you were on a few minutes ago. We had a little bit of a technical glitch difficulty, but those things do happen. So happy Tuesday morning. If you're just joining and you're not familiar, my name is Sheryl. I'm a mental toughness coach, published author, speaker, and I am really passionate about helping people to understand how ordinary people can be extraordinary by learning how to have a world-class mindset. So what we're doing right now is every morning it started yesterday through November 4th, we're going through the 7-day mental toughness challenge. So the link to this is on my Facebook page. So if you are on there, go ahead and click on that. You can print it, not right now, but you can print it down, but you don't really need to print it right this second because what we're doing is very simple. So, and by the end, you're going to understand the basic framework of how world-class performers prepare for their success. And yesterday on day one, what we started with was one person. So every day we're going to be doing one thing. So if you haven't been seeing the progress that you want and deserve, stay with me just a few minutes a day from today until November 4th. And then we're really going to learn how world-class performers understand the structure, how they plan for what they want and deserve. So yesterday was day one. No worries if you're just catching up. Today is day two. Day one was one person. So what I recommend is if you're committed to this process over the next couple of days, go ahead, rope one other person in and ask someone to do this with you. Just tell them you're doing this 7-day challenge and it has to do with achieving something important to you and you need a partner, someone to do it with. So day one, if you're just joining, go ahead and list one person, maybe a backup person too, because this person that you choose, you want them to be supportive, you want them to be committed just like you are. So that's really incredibly important as well. So day one was one person. Today we're gonna move on and talk about one goal, just one. So I want to know one goal or one aspiration, and rather than goal, I want you to think of it in terms of kind of a big dream that you have. This is a long-term ambition. So something that you'd like to accomplish in the next 6 months to 4 years down the road. So pretty long-term, and those are just general parameters, but those are around the parameters that I want you to think about. And it can be realistic or not. So it can, in other words, if there's something that's really important to you, maybe it's not a slam dunk, but it's really, really important to you. So let me give you an example. And keep in mind, it can be something small because something small to you is your Olympics and it's no less important to you. Or it could be something really large. So for me, this year, I'm on track and it's really important to me to influence 10,000 women to be mentally tough in the next 12 months. And I'm well on my way, and that's a big thing for me. But maybe you're dreaming bigger and maybe your ambitions are bigger, or maybe your long-term ambition is to repair a relationship, or have an important conversation or what have you. So I want you to start thinking about what is your long-term ambition? What's just one? And something that is realistic or not, but it should be remotely possible. So let me give you an example. If I said that I wanted to train and run a marathon in a year, and I wanted to do that in under 5 hours. So that would be a big stretch for me, but it's possible. But if I said that I want to run a marathon in 12 months and I want to run it in under, let's say in 3.5 hours, that would really not be possible for me. I happen to know that. Totally not possible. And so I wouldn't do that, but I would plan on maybe running the marathon, and it would be a really big stretch for me to run in under 5 hours. So I want to know, and it doesn't have to be a marathon. It could be to run your first mile. I don't know. But whatever it is, I want you to make sure that it's kind of a stretch for you and a long-term ambition. And there's one other component to this that's really, really important that world-class performers connect their long-term ambition with. And if you're missing this piece, then it's going to be really difficult. It's really important that you figure out why this goal is so important to you, really why it is important to you. And a lot of times it takes about 3 layers to get through this. And so once you figure out from day one the person that you want to go through this next 7-day challenge with, and then you figure out your one long-term ambition, it's important to share it with this person, or also even share it here in this group, because even though we're doing this live every morning from today until November 4th at 8:15 a.m. Pacific time, I'm going to be in here. If you're watching the replay, fantastic. I'm glad you're watching the replay. Go ahead and post in here what your long-term ambition is and maybe a challenge that you've been running into so we can support you along the way. But think about what is your long-term ambition and why is it so important to you. If you can start posting that in here, that's going to be a way of you declaring it to yourself and also everyone else. So I'm going to go ahead and post mine. I want to make sure you have this sheet, the 7-day mental toughness challenge, and the link is on my Facebook page. You should see it here if you are logged in and watching this. And if you have any questions or comments, do not hesitate to reach out to me. If I can support you in any way, go ahead and go onto my website and make an appointment with me. There's a widget on there where you can grab 15 minutes. I would love to make this content real for you and serve you in any way that I can. So thanks so much for watching. We're wrapping up day 2 of the 7-day mental toughness challenge. And what we're talking about today is one goal. A long-term goal, something that is a stretch goal, really a dream of yours, and figuring out why it is so important to you, really why it's so important to you. And I'd like you to go ahead and post that in the chat. I'm going to post mine in there. The reason why my goal is important to me is because I feel like I'm carrying on the legacy of my dad, because my dad told me that if you can achieve anything you put your mind to. So I've really dedicated my life to figure out how to do that and how to help others do that so they don't have to go through the struggle that I went through as a young person. So my why is very deep to me, and I want to know what your why is as well. So go ahead, post in the first name of your one person, and you can even tag them on here if you like, and then post your one goal and your one reason why. I'm going to go ahead and post mine in as well. Here's to you being amazing, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow when we're going to talk about day 3 of the Mental Toughness Challenge. I look forward to seeing you then. Take care.